Zoom start. Okay, so fan in Facebook, you might not see my presentation, but after that, I will post it as YouTube in Facebook for you. Okay. អ្នកដែលចូលមកក្រោយខ្ញុំកំពុង live academic topic លក្ខណៈបង្រៀនណាបាទគ្រប់គ្រងគុណភាពអញ្ចឹងបើអ្នកចាំស្ដាប់តាមក្រោយកូនចេះអង់គ្លេសកូនជួយបកឲ្យណាបាទព្រោះ fan ច្រើននៅក្នុងនេះណាបាទមានចិនមានថៃមានឡាវភូមា South Korea នៅក្នុងហ្នឹងបាទ Okay so the big topic is total quality management and the subtopic is Pareto. Who is a Pareto? Okay, and you know it is suitable for bachelor degree, master degree, and doctoral student. But not more people can understand. It's not hard. It is relating to marketing. It's not hard like finance. Okay, Pareto is from a scholar name. His name is Wilfredo Pareto. He was born in 1848 and died in 1923 in Marin. Died in 1923, but his theory is still used until now. He was born in France. He lived in Switzerland and he lived in Italy most of the time. Okay, so what he said, his theory focused on solving the economic inequality or inequality of welfare distribution. What is inequality of welfare distribution? It means people get rich, more rich. People are poor, very poor. It's totally different. The gap between the poor and the rich quite different. And in the previous time, the government don't have welfare for people because of this gap. That's why rich country or developed country, they create welfare system helping poor people to have something to eat, like rich people to fill up the gap between the rich and the poor. That's called a welfare system. Okay, but during his time though, okay, his studying of welfare distribution in Italy during the 19th century and developed a useful tool named the principle of 80-20. The principle of 80-20, and you will get more understand about 80-20. But in his theory, focus on inequality mean 20% of rich people or 20% of people can control the rest of the country. I mean, rich people can control the country. So this theory was applied everything in any sector later on. And wait and see, go to the deep detail, okay? This is the introduction, or this is abstract of writing a journal, okay? 80-20, what does it mean? His principle, 80-20, I mean 20% of people or rich people control the whole country. This is original theory. Now let's go to the detail. So from the abstract, let's jump to the introduction. Okay, the introduction is quite good. I read it from the introduction for you. Okay, a manager plan, organize, staff, lead, and control team by executing decision. This is relating to the organization. Okay, the efficiently and effectiveness of those decisions determine how successful a manager will be. Related to a manager now. It also related to the owner too. Okay, the word efficiency, the word effectiveness. Effectiveness is different from efficiency. Efficiency, less people produce more productivity. Effectiveness, whatever you use the resources to accomplish the goal. They don't care how much resource you use, but they need the result right now. It's different from efficiency. So efficiency, less resource, reach the goal. Effectiveness, more resource, reach the goal. In the eye, in the view of manager, in the view especially the owner, they don't want to spend more to produce, to reach the goal. They want to spend less, saving costs. No waste. Okay, zero waste from the first total quality management. I already introduced you about Japanese concept, 5S, and Buka-yoke, as well Kaizen, continuous improvement in your life, your household life, your company, any sector must be improved because you can see technology change. We have to follow the technology. That's why it's called continuous improvement. The Japanese word is Kaizen. That's another kind of quality improvement. Okay. And the next after this, I will take the topic from United States scholar Juran and Crosby and Deming. Okay. Also, all the scholar topic related to quality management too. Okay. So now divide the word efficiently and effectiveness. Okay. Efficient, less resource, produce much output. Effectiveness, don't care the resource, whatever you can reach the goal that the owner or manager desire. Okay, let's move on. Decision making and problem solving are ongoing process of evaluating situation or problem, alternative, making choice, and following them up with the necessary action. Sometimes the decision-making process is extremely short, and mental reflection is essentially instantaneous. In other situations, the process can drag weeks or even a month. We don't want a month. We want a week. We want a day. We want an hour to solve the problem. The longer is the waste. The decision-making process, decision-making related to owner, related to general manager. It's quite important, okay? Begin when a manager identifies problem symptom. An accurate definition of the problem affects all the steps that follow. Your decision, like in soldier, leader, or commander-in-chief of soldier or the head of the country, the nation future depend on them. If the problem is inaccurately defined, every step in the decision-making process will be based on incorrect from the starting point. That in American philosophy, they said, if you first good starting and the ending will be good, okay? Symptoms indicate that something is wrong with the company, but the root causes are not identified. So we have to find what are the root of the causes. A successful manager does not just attack symptoms. She or he works to uncover the factor that caused this symptom. Time pressure frequently suggests to a manager to move forward after considering only the first or most obvious answer. So, managers should think through and investigate several alternative solutions before making a quick decision. Because effectively decisions make profit to the company while unsuccessful one cause losses. Quite good in the introduction. That's why I read the whole book. Okay. So I don't have time to translate English as a common language for every nation fan in the Facebook. Okay. Now let's understand the Pareto rule, 80-20. 80% and 20%. Okay. The Pareto optimality defined an optimal situation as one in which it is impossible to improve the utility of one. Utility of one. This is a terminology word in economics without diminishing the utility of someone else. I mean, at the same time, for example, when you get a job, another person must lose the job. That's what it means. Okay? That's what it means. Which it is impossible to improve the utility of one without diminishing the utility of someone else. When you get a job, someone else lose the job. That's what it means. Okay? To explain his thought, Pareto suppose there were two consumers and only one resources, two consumers and only one resources. They have to compete for their resource. To explain this, only one resource to distribute if the resource amount to 20 units. The resource 20 units have to divide to two people. How do they get? That Pareto give a classic example. For example, you have $20 and you give $20 to your two children. How much is a dollar given to each child? It depends on your decision. One might get 5, another one might get 15. One might get 10, another one might get 10. Something like that Pareto tried to explain. For example, 20 resources divided to two people. So it might be, okay, it can be equally distributed between two subjects. If equally, I mean 10 and 10, okay? If not equally, it might be what? Okay, example, in the following way. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. From 20, one get 1, another one get 1. So you don't use all resources you have. You have 3, or you have 20. For example, now one get 1, another one get 1. 18 left. So you don't use all your resources. What does it mean? Does it make more productivity or no? It make more productivity, it means it is efficiency. Use less resource, produce more output or productivity. Okay. It might be 2, 2. It might be 3, 3. I mean, 1 get 2, 1 get 2. 3, 3. I mean, one person get 3, another person get 3. You don't utilize all resources. Okay. So Pareto just give example. Okay. 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 9, 9, and the last one, 10, 10. So which one is optimal? Okay, he will explain you. At the point 10, 10, all resources have been exhausted and no further equal distribution is possible. 10, 10, I mean all resources are used. Okay, are used. This means other combination lead to position of inequality. For example, 11, 9, 9, 11, 11, 9, one person get 11, another person get 9. Total 20. The resources are used, but one get higher, one get smaller. So it is said unequal. quality. That Pareto explained his theory 80-20 in economics. Got it? Yes, it clearly explained. Okay. And after that, in the 1969, Joseph Juran applied the principle to quality control, resolve many problems of poor quality. So the next topic, maybe a couple days, next a couple days, I will raise up the Juran relating to quality improvement one by one. If you follow my presentation from total quality management, the first one, and this is the second one, and next, you can use all this theory to solve your own company problem, or if you are a manager, you can apply solving the problem in your company. That's really good for you, okay? Move on to the next slide. Okay. ស្រីនិចមកកំអូនដោយសារថ្ងៃនេះវាជាមុខវិជ្ជាអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំនិយាយភាសាអង់គ្លេសណាបាទមានហ្វេនច្រើននៅក្នុងហ្នឹងជាសាស្ត្រគ្រប់ទេបាទខ្ញុំបកខ្មែរហ្នឹងវាប្រើពេលយូរពេកណាថៃខ្ញុំអត់បកទេខ្ញុំឲ្យហ្វេនថៃក៏ស្ដាប់អង់គ្លេសណាបាទក៏ហ្វេនคนไทยนะครับก็พูดเป็นภาษาอังกฤษนะครับ Okay, let's move on. Another important point of the Pareto analysis is the Pareto chart, a good tool to select data in category. Okay, remember, if your writing might be 10 pages, but if you use a chart or use a bar graph, just only 1 page, it can tell you everything. That's why the chart, the bar graph, is so very important in demonstrating the meaning in the company. Okay, let's move on. The Pareto include the chart too. Okay, let's see. Okay, CGO and Cinco. Yeah, I already present CGO and Cinco, the first total quality management. They were Japanese scholar. Okay, and history were applied in a Toyota Motor Corporation. So how 80-20% apply to the business? The original one applied to the economic solving inequality in each country, but now it applies in the company, in the business. Okay, let's see. If it related to organization, what does it mean? 80% of work is usually done by 20% of people. Listen carefully. Apply in the business or in the corporation. 80% of work is usually done by 20% of people. In the eye of manager, is it fair to 20% of people that devote themselves for the company achievement? So general manager must be fair. You get the result from 20%, the rest are lazy boy. Just come and talk, okay, do this, do that, go home. But other 20% work hard, but not smart, because other people work less and you work hard, and you get the same way like them. See, this is why general manager have to keep an eye on. Okay, keep the 20% people weight raised up or promoted to be a good range in the corporation. Okay. Next, 20% of your staff will provide 80% of production. The same thing like the first one. 20% of your staff will provide 80% of production or output in the store, in the restaurant, and your corporation from 20%. 80% just relax. Okay. Another one, 20% of project phases consume 80% of all resources. 20% of project phase consume 80% of all resources. For example, like 20 jobs, you have to spend money, 80% of money for 20% of job. You cost a lot. This is the way manager have to think about it. Costless, that's what the owner want. Okay, this all related to organization. Quality. You sound the door closed and my daughter go to gym fitness. Actual daily job her like I was before 10 years ago, the same. Yeah, I do the gym. That's why my body is strong. Hi, Chiang Li. Okay, let's move on. Relating to the quality, 80%, what does it mean? 80% of all effect can be explained by 20% of causes. Quality. Quality is very important for service business. Hotel, airline, restaurant, telecommunication, all service business is very important related to quality. And the first clip of total quality management already defined quality. So I don't want to talk it again. Quality, okay? It's a lot of stuff in quality. 20% of defect causes 80% of all problems. 20% of defect, I mean, not good products cause 80% of all problems. Or not good service, or not good hospitalization cause 80% of all problems. We have to solve it. This is related to quality. What about the market? Related to 80%, 20%? 80% of all profit come from 20% of firm customer. Listen carefully. 80% of all profit come from 20% of all firm customer. So in the store, in the supermarket, you sell variety of products. Okay. But only 20 type of product that make you more profit. 20 products sell good, or 20 products of brand name because you can sell it in highest price, expensive. So it refers to what they say, 80% of all profit come from 20% of firm customer. Firm customer, high brand customer, high class customer, they like to buy expensive brand, so it gives you more money, more profit. So what should you do with the 20% of customer? Nice, welcome, appreciate like a king, because 20% are rich people. So we have to take care of good relationship all the time with those 20%. Maintain them, let them satisfy in marketing theory, let them satisfy first, and then they will become a loyal customer. Okay, move on. Another one, 80% of sale come from 20% of product. Yeah, the same thing like that one. The first one relating to customer, the second one relating to product. Like I give you example, like a brand name products. And the first one, the brand name product customer. The third, 80% of complaint come from 20% of customer. 80% of complaint come from 20% of customer. So when you think, why? You have 80% don't complain your product, only 20%. In the concept of selling or doing marketing, we don't need the complaint. We don't want to have a dispute with customer. 20% complaint, it's still realize that you still have a problem. So when you do a business, when you give a service, you don't want to have a mistake, or you don't want to have a problem. So that's why your customer can advertise those product, those service to other customer without paying money. Another one, 80% of your sales are made by 20% of your sales staff, okay, related to staff, okay? So in working place, general manager can see the best employee, good service, fast, quick response, clean. Wherever you put them in any position, different position, they can handle everything. You have to keep an eye on them, promote, because only one, they can work against 3 or 5 people. You save a lot of cost. You don't pay her or him for 5 people wait. You can pay 1.5 extra than normal people. You still save a lot of money. That's what they mean. Only 80% of sales are made by 20% of your sales staff. This is a concept of 80-20 of Pareto applied in organization, in quality, in market. What about warehouse? The stock. 20% of stock take up 80% of warehouse space. Is that good? 20% of stock take up 80% of warehouse space. Is that good? No. So how manager can handle in the opposite way? 80% of stock take 20% of space. That's very good. But this one, 20% of stock take up 80% of warehouse space. And where are the rest of the stock 80% more? Where we can keep it? So imagine in the stock place, if you organize in the horizontal and if you organize in the vertical, which one saving the space? Vertical. That's the manager think about that one. And then it become 80% of stock, take 20% of space. Okay, somebody might not understand English. Bỏ mày đấy. Lấy cái trong vậy thà tụm nín miên tao mà thấy vừa rồi si tây phải sắp vừa rồi. Chân manager từ kết thật tớ. Từ cả chân mình cao cho phải sắp vừa rồi thì mình đi tới tụ này nè. Chân riệp đi đừng riệp cho nè cho nên riệp cho. Riệp cho nó đây miên nở nâng. Làm bay ao việc đạiวันเช้าหรือซีสเปกติกแฟนคนไทยนะครับแฟนคนไทยบางทีก็หนีไปแล้วฟังบางทีไม่รู้เรื่องนะ ก็หมายความว่าสินค้านั้นน่ะ20%น่ะกินพื้นที่80%นั้นมันไม่ดีในนามคนเป็นแมเนเจอร์คนต้องคิดซอฟปัญหานี้สต็อกสิ่งของในเชิงแนวตั้งมันจะกินพื้นที่น้อยโอเค I already translate in most language English Thai and Khmer. This is very good for Pareto theory 80 and 20%. Okay, move on. At this page, I have to read a little bit for you. To go deeper with the Pareto principle 80-20, in the analysis, the distinction between effectiveness and efficiency must be clear. So I already explained effectiveness and efficiently. Efficient, less input, produce more output. Effectiveness, More input produce more output. Manager, especially owner, don't want effectively. They want efficiency. Less people produce more output. Okay, that's the term, the two word. Okay, let's move on. Now go to the what is the journal topic relating? It's relating to supplier, a metal supplier. Okay, come to this point. Fan around the world, wait to take a look at my YouTube after this live. Okay, so now I go into the number now. But if you can Google in the topic, you can see that journal and follow my explanation. Okay, if you are a teacher, you can take this to teach your student too. Okay, so now example of applying 80-20% of Pareto to the metal construction company relating to supply, to purchase from supplier. Okay, so a lot of type of metal. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 type. Okay, 8 type. But the necessary thing in the conclusion, the author express the important supplier, who should we keep the relationship with, and who should we get rid of the supplier because of they cannot support us enough supply. Okay, and if one can supply everything, we choose that one. Why? Because if you order from different supplier, many paperwork. If one supplier, it may be good. But in a large company, you cannot import or purchase product from one supplier, at least 2, 3, or 4. Okay, so the same way like this journal do. Okay, let's see. To table number 1. In 1 year, they divide for, they use the word semester. Semester, okay, I mean 4 semester per year. Okay, in the first semester, they purchase from 13 suppliers in the first semester. 13 suppliers, and then they sum up the amount of supplies. And we can see at the bottom row, supplier number 4, that delivery product as the most. Supplier number 4 in the first semester. Okay, and which product that was also purchased the most? So we have a vertical row and we have a horizontal row. The vertical row focus on the most supplier we purchase, and the horizontal row would focus on which product that we purchase the most. I already told you supply number 4 supply the most product to that company. And which product is the most purchased? Look at the number. That's product E3 plus 08. This is a abbreviated word for each product. Okay, E308, the most. Okay, first semester. Second semester, look at the sum up the quantity of a supply. We can see 350, 389. Okay, the company purchased the most from supplier number 14. Here, number 14. Okay, and which product is the most purchased? Let's see. The product still E308. See, second semester, it's still product E308. It means this product is very important for the company. Okay, but the supplier chain from supplier number 4 to supplier number 14 chain, okay, for the second semester. And what about the third and the fourth semester? The third semester, supplier number 8, supplier number 13, and supplier number 20. And supplier number 22. A lot of supplier, 22 supplier. And which one the most purchased? It's still E308. That means E308 resource is quite important for this company. Every semester is in the top rank, Semester number 4, which supplier that deliver the product the most? Supplier 16 and supplier 24. The supplier already changed, okay? But the product that the company purchased the most is still E308 because the amount of the quantity, the amount of purchase is quite high. See? So, in conclusion from the fourth table, supplier might be changed according to the semester, but the main product that the company buy is E308. For example, like you produce a car, which is the best for you? Purchase iron, right? That one is the best. Or in technology, microchip is the main one. In any electric equipment, we need microchip. So that's why Taiwan played a key role in the world to supply the microchip. That's what it means, talking about the most purchase for this company, okay? So after we give a detail of supplier, each detail of supplier, and then we get summary of the 4th semester, okay? We organize it as the range from the top to the left, okay? Supplier like a semester number 1, supplier number 4 is the first rank because the company purchase a lot of product from supplier number 4. So number 4 on the top rank. Semester 2, supplier number 14 on the top range. Semester 3, supplier number 13 on the top range. Semester 4, supplier 24 on the top range. So we organize from the top range to the left sequentially, the first, the second, so on and so on, and sum up the amount of product purchases. In semester 1, okay, just 1,110. Semester 2, 2,297. Semester 3, all product purchases, 655. Semester 4, 2,185. We have to sum up like that. And from this number, how the manager think? This is how to organize the number to be a figure in the table. When you look at the table, you know, okay, which semester is the best. So as I can see, semester number 4, the total quality amount purchased 2,185. I mean, more demand from the company. That's why you order a lot of purchases. Okay? Is it a seasonal demand, or I don't know, okay, for this metal company. Okay, and semester number 2, 2,297. Yeah, semester number 2, more demand, and semester number 4 is more demand too. Okay, after you put the number in the table, you can categorize supplier each semester, and each product demand each semester, in horizontal and in vertical. In vertical is a summation. In horizontal, each item of product purchase amount. Okay, from that one to the next table. Okay. Just a moment, it related to supplier. Okay, and the next one is related to supplier, but they will do it as a graph. So you can look at the table, but it's very easy when you look at the graph. Okay, so it starts from supplier semester 1, the same. The ranking number 1, supplier number 4. And take that amount, divide by sum up the amount, it become a percentage. But in Pareto graph, they use a cumulative graph. What does it mean, a cumulative graph? Because he want to show which one is the most purchases. So Pareto use cumulative graph. I mean, the supplier number 4 rank number 1, and the second supplier priority, plus the amount of second supplier priority to the top range, and then calculate as a percentage. Listen carefully. If you teach this journal, you might confuse in this graph. Pareto graph use cumulative graph. Cumulative graph, it means first supplier, the second supplier amount, plus up with the first supplier amount, the third plus up with the second supplier. So it's sum up. Okay, this is a Pareto graph. They're doing the same way for semester, the same way. And then we get the Pareto graph. When we look at the graphic, it's quite clear than look at the table. It's shorter than in the table. That's why I say one bar chart or a graph or a line, you write down 2 pages. But when you take a look at the graph and the bar chart, only half a page or 1 page only, same time. So that's why in the company, they always use the graph like that. Save some space, okay? So Pareto graph, it is taken from cumulative percentage. For example, in this graph, so you cannot see fan in Facebook, but in YouTube, you will see it, okay? I explained the first semester to read the Pareto graph, okay? So it is a cumulative percentage. For example, like supplier number 4, how many percentage? Look at the table. Supplier number 4 equal 21%. When you look at the graphic, where is supplier number 4? Supplier number 4 with the black bar graph, it means supplier that supply more product to the company. But when we calculate as a percentage, only 21%. Okay, 21% is supposed to be here and drag to here. So the starting point from the more supplier first, the first range, the top range first, the 21%, and then next to 100%, to the less one. The less one become 100% because Pareto use a cumulative percentage. What it tell you? Because in the graphic, he want to show which supplier that you purchase a lot. By looking at a cumulative percentage, we can see from 100%, 90%, 80%, 70%. Okay, so 100% is with the supplier number 4. Okay, almost 100%, and the supplier number 9, the second range, is 70%. So we can conclude only 3 suppliers can supply everything that you want from the semester number 1. This is quite important by using a cumulative percentage. In semester 2, look at the supplier 2, the supplier number 14, the supplier number 16. So from 14 to 16 to supplier 13, only 3 suppliers can supply everything you want. Okay? Everything you want in supplier number, only 3 supplier. Semester number 2, the same like semester number 1. What about the semester number 3? So look at the percentage. Only 2 suppliers that can support what you want, your demand, okay? Or what supplier? Supplier number 13 and supplier number 8. Only 2 in semester number 3. What about semester number 4? As we can see, only 2 suppliers can support what you want. Okay? By looking at Pareto graph using cumulative percentage. It's easy to look at the graph. Okay, so the Pareto principle is confirmed if the vital few and trivial many, is the philosophy of Juran. I will do presentation of Juran relating to quality improvement in the next couple days. Okay. So Pareto also vital few and trivial many concept can be demonstrated. 80-20. 20% produce productivity in the company. Okay. The third test, the Pareto principle, is substantially proven because the first 3 of total 8 supplier, 3 among 8 supplier, the first semester, okay, like I explained, deliver almost 70% of the total amount. See that? I already tell you in the graph. This is the interpretation from the graph. And so they're relevant to the business enterprises more than remaining supplier. Only 3 among 8 that give what you want. Okay? Pareto principle is the better demonstrated in the 4th semester, where the first 2 suppliers, the 4th semester 2 suppliers, okay? Supplier number 24 and supplier number 16 deliver 80% of total amount that the company want. It means the company needed. In conclusion, you have to keep good relation with those 2 suppliers, because only 2 suppliers can supply you everything, 80%, and another 20% from other suppliers. The less supplier can produce or can supply you everything, less paperwork. If you order a lot of product from different suppliers, you have to do more paperwork. And it will be done on time too. And you headache, okay? It related to import export. We need to get it one time in the same day. That's why people working in your inventory, in your stock, do it one day, not a month. That's why we need less supplier, but can support what you want. Okay? Okay, now come to reach the right conclusion. What is the wrong conclusion? What is the right conclusion? Listen to me carefully about wrong conclusion. Suppliers that are not currently important should be eliminated from the purchasing list. This is a wrong conclusion. Okay? As they at the time are not able to deliver enough quantity and they incur costs maintaining relationship as well as with those who deliver large quantity. They want to suggest us don't rely on those two companies. Sometimes we need more product, or sometimes those two companies short of supply. That's what they mean. Okay, this is a wrong conclusion. Okay. To adopt such conclusion, information must be collected and studied for a longer period, not only a few months, especially in the case of this company. They want to tell us, don't be rely on those two companies alone. We still keep relationship with other companies in case those two short of supply for us. Now come to the right conclusion. In order to ensure continuous quality to the customer, it would probably be a good idea to conclude a permanent contract with top supplier, the two suppliers, and with other work without contractual obligation. Without contractual obligation, I mean when you want, you can contact with other company for your supply. Therefore, not leaving an opportunity for future business. In any case, it is important to maintain contact, especially with those who deliver good quality material, although currently may be in small quantity. So it means those two suppliers are quite important because they can support what you want. But in terms of quality, we must be considered too. Other companies might be less supply to you, but they give you a quality product. So you have to keep contact with them because business based on quality. Company that can survive, that can stand nowadays, quality first. And then compete with the price. But first of all, your quality first. Like I said, in the United States, in Japan, in Europe, all the products are qualified, are quality. Like I told you, even the jacket produced in Cambodia, but it used very long. It's quite good quality to be sold in the United States. Okay, so the presentation come to the end. I hope I will post my YouTube and take a look at my YouTube one more time. Now just listening audio, and you can see my slide presentation in YouTube. Okay, now time come to the end. จุ่มเรียบเรียสวัสดีครับจ้าเจียนผังหยอง See you next week.